Welcome back to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and while we await the verdict for this case that Johnny's doing over in the UK against the tabloids, I wanted to report on this story I found about Amber Heard's sister. Look, I'm not a fan of Amber Heard. I think a lot of you who watch know that. I've tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, but once I heard those tapes, I couldn't turn back, and more, I can't believe most of the words she says. Everyone can make up their own mind, but that's what the point of this is, to present the evidence, present the character, witnesses, and so on of this case. And right now I want to present a letter that was released by one of Johnny's lawyers, Adam Waldman. This letter came from Jennifer Howell. Now, Jennifer Howell, as Adam displays here in his tweets here, Jennifer Howell is the chosen sister of Whitney Heard. Now, Whitney is Amber's sister, explaining why she gave a sworn declaration against her. Now, I read this, and I want to read it to you. It's a little long, but we're going to go through it because I just think it's an interesting letter that really sort of gets to some of the intent behind perhaps why Amber Heard is lying, proof that she is. Now, look, this is one person's word, but it's a sworn declaration, which would be perjury against the law. And it just seems odd that this person, this Jennifer Howell, would lie about all this. I don't understand why she was sort of an outlier who is more interested about the sister, and you'll see why as we break it all down. It just becomes more and more clear that Amber Heard is just allegedly a terrible, terrible person. So I want to go through this. You got to understand, like, Johnny's always under fire because they're even, his lawyer, they're trying to, always telling him, the press always trying to fire lawyers. You're doing more damage to your career. And even as Adam's saying now, the charity that that Jennifer's involved in is now being attacked by Amber and her lawyers, sort of trying to save face. But let's get through this letter because I think it's important to sort of get an idea of, all right, what really happened? What was really going on? Is Amber Heard lying? Let's hear Jennifer's sworn letter that she wrote directly to Whitney, Amber's sister. Dear Whitney, this is from July 25th, 2020. Dear Whitney, this is one of the most important letters that I've ever written in my life. I asked to write a letter to you in my own words after receiving 2 subpoenas yesterday to give testimony of my knowledge of what happened, to lead you to stay with me after the Eastern Columbia building and the penthouses of Amber and Johnny. The reason this letter is so important to me is that you, my chosen sister, are so important to me, and I'm hoping that the truth will set you free from a lifetime of abuse and being forced to live someone else's life instead of given the freedom to live your own. I feel that I am writing this on behalf of everyone who loves you and wants to help save you from yet again fighting a battle that is not yours to fight. Outside of Google alerts for the charity and what is the media circus going on right now, I have been unaware of the ins and outs of what's happening between Amber and Johnny. It was brought to my attention that you made a reference to Amber kicking you out of the penthouses and went to live on your boss's floor. I don't think it took them long to connect the dots and figure out who your boss was at that time. I have been trying to catch myself up to speed on everything, and I'm afraid that there are different storylines between what I shared and what you shared. I spoke with Adam Waldman, that's the lawyer, Johnny's lawyer, this morning, and was asked some questions and answered honestly from my account of the situations. Just so you know, Adam was respectful, kind, and understood my allegiance, and all of this is to you and you alone. I've never been more upset during any of this drama than I am right now at the thought of Amber asking you to leave Gavin and Hunter to go to London and entangle you in all this. Pause here. Gavin and Hunter are Whitney's husband and son. And we'll explain more about that. That's who that is. If you feel that you have been asked or compromised in any way to do anything that might perjure yourself, I beg you to recant and for once in your life, think of yourself first. You have found an incredible man and have this beautiful and amazing child, and if anyone would ever put you in a position to risk that, they do not love you. I have shared the names of the other staff at the Art of Elysium, that's the charity she works, who were on the board while you were there, and heard your accounts of these situations, and I am not sure if they will be subpoenaed, but their names have been submitted to the record. I hope you know that the little family created during your time here at the Art of Elysium all love you very, very, very much. It crushes my soul, knowing that you may hate me for the rest of your life and never speak to me again. Losing your friendship is something that I am willing to risk if it frees you, Hunter and Gavin, from all of this and allow you to build your family and your life for you and you alone. You have been in my every prayer, every thought, in every consideration. I started while being questioned that I do not have dates nor timelines because when you showed up to stay with me, I never thought twice about giving you a home and was happy to provide you with my guest room and have you in the safety of my house and my place. I never wrote down when you moved in nor when you left because my home was and will always be your home. I've entered the record that I'm happy to share any texts or emails or anything that they need from that time to help appropriately piece together specific dates in an accurate timeline. I've offered anything that I have to help shed light on the absolute truth and put an end to all of this to move on with this next chapter of your life. I promise you that the next chapter will be your best yet. And now we got some more to read, but right there, it's like everything's reading as if someone who just wants to be honest. Anybody who's like, please take my phone, read what you want, take it all. Go back and look into it if you need to. That is the sign of innocence. If someone's saying, well, wait, my right... There's always a little bit of weird. If you have nothing to hide, you will present the evidence to make sure that your friend is safe. The things that came up during the deposition with Adam are as follows. The incident on the stairs that was one of the inciting incidents that led you to ask to move in with me. You told me and others on the staff that you tried to stop Amber from attacking Johnny and nearly got thrown down the stairs. At no point in time was it ever said to me that Johnny had hit Amber nor abused her in any way. Had you expressed concern that Johnny was doing that to Amber, I would have gotten a social worker and someone to help you remove your sister from that situation. I would have done anything to help you in any way. My only positive, well, why wouldn't you have done it the other way around, right? It's a sort of a frustrating, like, only the man doesn't get it. I mean, I understand you could say women are more fragile, I guess, but Amber clearly was strong in her own right. And why didn't you call someone to help back up Johnny is my only frustration there, but that's sort of how society sadly is. My father reminded me this morning that I told him that Whitney had moved in with me because she was terrified of her sister. While you were living with me, you told me Johnny kept checking in to see how you were doing and that he called you sis and you called him brother. You said to me on multiple occasions that you did not know why he was staying in it, nor why he was putting up with Amber's abuse. You shared with me the damage endured by both of you as children and the injury you had suffered from Amber both psychologically and physically. You were devastated during this time and my heart broke for you. My heart still breaks for you right now. When you came back from New York, I believe it was the Tribeca Film Festival, the Adderall Diaries premiere or both, you shared with me and everyone in the office that Amber freaked out, attacked you, and threw a wine glass full of red wine at you in the elevator. Again, my dates are uncertain, but I am 100% certain of what you shared and have asked a few others who heard it in the office to make sure my facts are accurate. While Amber and Johnny were in Australia, you were in the office sitting in the black and white chairs next to the kitchen and loudly proclaimed, "Oh my God, she's done it now. She has cut off his finger." I am not sure if this was before or after Boo and Pistol were back in the U.S. and coming into the office. Other staff was in the office at the time and might have a better grasp of the date. In regards to the extramarital affairs, I only have information you and others shared with me. It is my understanding all of that is completely irrelevant other than James giving a sworn testimony to what he did or did not see on Amber's face that day in the elevator. I told Adam that if James were asked anything at all, that I know without a shadow of a doubt that he would speak the truth because I know in his heart and his conscience our spiritual journey that he is on to be accountable for anything he has ever done and might have inadvertently hurt anyone to go to great lengths to make amends to do what is truly right. I encouraged him to speak to James directly. When Elon came up, this is a side thing here, but this is weird. When Elon came up, Elon Musk of Tesla, came up in the deposition, I shared only what I know from you, Paige, and Paige. February 2019, when I came to see you and met Hunter, is when this conversation with you and your mom took place. I told him I had been told that Elon had gifted Teslas, but Amber found out that they were bugged. I was told that Amber said he was controlling, abusive, and she was in a legal battle with him over the rights to embryos that they had created together. He wanted to destroy them, and Amber tried to keep them to have a baby. That is the day that your mother told me that Johnny was either an angel or a saint compared to Elon. And she wished that Amber and Johnny would reconcile. I was indeed taken aback because she was after the divorce. This was after the divorce, and when Hunter was under a year old, and I was at your house, she told me that Amber and Johnny were still in touch and that they were each other's true loves, or something to that exact sentiment. You were still going through the emotions of having had a baby. And all these ups and downs, and I could not believe that Amber and Johnny's relationship was being discussed while you were the one who needed to be the focal point and needed our support. I think I called Tash when I left your house, but I need to look at my phone records to be sure. I called someone who knew everything from you and I. Who I called it. It was someone who knew everything from you and I confided in them how concerned I was after visiting you. The other things that were discussed were the character references letters that I wrote on behalf of Amber for her volunteering with the charity. This is an important part because some people are saying, well, it's because she didn't get paid. That's why this person, Jennifer, is angry. But we'll talk about that. After volunteering with charity, the $250,000 donation that came as an anonymous donor on behalf of Amber Heard, I shared that I had believed that the contribution was from Elon and wasn't from her. But I have absolutely no recollection of you telling me that. But for some reason, that was put in my head by someone, either you or someone else on the staff. Your thoughts of Rocky freeload? I don't know what Rocky is. Sorry, I tried to figure that out. Rocky was freeloading off of Johnny, and your overall thoughts on Rocky. I let them know that I did not, in which there would ever be a world in which you would conspire against Rocky to do a cover-up for Amber, given your feelings about her. And after the Art of Elysium had been used and pressed during the divorce, I had been asked on multiple occasions to write letters regarding Amber's volunteering with the charity, and no donation came into the Art of Elysium, but went to the Children's Hospital and the ACLU that Amber's publicist told me they were more prominent. Now, this is important because they were more prominent charities with more significant press reach and got international press. You were aware of all that already, but I want to make sure you have everything we discussed. So there's a shot at Whitney, who wrote this letter, saying, oh, she was just trying to get money. Amber promised money after the divorce, and then Amber didn't give the money, and they made Whitney allegedly made some comment about what the hell after doing all these sort of things for her in guise of sort of helping Art of Elysium. And Art of Elysium is a smaller charity and needs that sort of help, whereas some of these bigger, Children's Hospital of LA have so much money. Sometimes that frustrates the littler charities who are trying to get so much work done and can't because they just need funding. And so that's what it was about. But then eventually she did get this money, this $250,000, which she assumed came from Elon. But again, Amber's publicist again didn't want to give the money because she didn't have the reach. The small charity of Whitney's didn't have the reach that the Children's Hospital of LA and the ACLU had. They had prominent, more significant press reach. That's apparently all Amber wants to do with her charity is get press reach. That should be telling to you as well. I was asked if it was okay to write you in my own words because I know how easily things can get distorted or twisted. You know me and know that if subpoenaed or brought into this or anything else, that I would be always honest. I love Amber and have compassion for her because she's your sister. And I know what you guys have been through as kids. The two of you have literally been through hell together, and I know you would do anything in the world for her. She is your older sister. You lost your mother, and you were a mom for the first time. It is time she thought of you and your needs and put them above her own needs. Asking you or even agreeing to have you leave your husband and child and involve you in all this is selfish beyond comprehension. You, Whitney, are worthy of love, worthy of being seen for all of your light and beauty, and worthy of not having to clean up another mess that is not yours. During this time of social change and movements and all these actions working to set scales of justice back to being well, just people have to be willing to come forward with the truth. It took 2 subpoenas to get me to be forthcoming with what I've been told, but I do believe in people and feel others who have to bear witness to all of it. This will also set and speak their truth. Whitney, I just want you to be somewhere with your husband and child, living your life, not concerned at all about any of this. You deserve that. I love you very much, Jennifer. Now, again, take this as you will. This is one person's account. But, again, why would you perjure yourself like this? And so many details, so much forthright of saying, take my phone, speak to these other witnesses. That is a damning accusation from Amber's sister's best friend. Now, again, she's not there, right? She's there for a lot of this to hear what the sister said, but it seems clear like the sister's in a tough spot, right? That his sister has clearly allegedly been dealing with Amber's, behavior for years, for her whole life, but it's her sister. So I feel for her. It sucks. If this is all true, that sucks. But here you have the sister's best friend just trying to get to her to say enough is enough. Your sister dug these holes. She's lying. Why are you guys covering this up, trying to do this? Enough is enough. I will do whatever I have to do to speak the truth, to make sure the truth is shared. And I applaud Whitney for coming forward with this account. This is the type of stuff you get from the trial. There's so much of this, so many more character witnesses on Johnny's side than Amber's, which is very telling. And that's what's, I think, really important about this case is like, look, Yes, we do have to believe someone when they come forward with an accusation. We have to hear them. More than believe them, we have to listen to them. But we have to listen to all sides, and then we have to do due process, and I'm grateful Johnny's doing this. While Hollywood will tell us that Johnny's doing a terrible thing to destroying his career and that he shouldn't have done this is an awful thing, that there's no way, no matter the verdict, he's destined to lose this. I disagree. I think he is doing an amazing thing here that in time will prove he fought back, he stood for the truth, and he defended his name. I can relate to that on so many levels, so I'm proud that he's doing that and standing it so vocally. That's what you have to do in a situation like this. I took too long to come forward with mine, and it frustrates me. I wish I'd had the knowledge and didn't listen to the experts that told me, no, don't say anything yet. You don't want to apologize or say that yet, or it's so frustrating. So Johnny Depp, I applaud you for coming out there full force, defending your name, bringing all this evidence, and your lawyers who are aggressively trying to make sure that everyone comes forward with the truth, not someone's truth, the truth. Bravo, and kudos to Whitney for coming forward with this. We need more of this. I will be sharing more of it as I find it. If you have Johnny Depp stories, and I know some of you watch me and say, oh, Andy, you got something wrong. My apologies. I'm always trying to get into this as much as I can. The more I do, the more I learn. If any of you experts out there want to help, please reach out via social media. Happy to have your advice or corrections if I need to. And thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel, obviously. Watch the content when you see it here. Just launched a really fun video about, is it safe to go back to movie theaters? I gave you my experience, as well as the Bill and Ted review and lots more. So go check out the channel, other videos. In fact, I'll put some of them around me right now. And you can click right here to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, supporting this channel. Wish you guys the best. Have an awesome weekend, and stay tuned for more coverage. Justice for Johnny!